Uh-huh. Hey, go fresh air.
Hey, hello, hey, hello. How are you doing today? What's up? We got some demos today. So let me go down real quick the list of shit that I got for you today. We have Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed demo. Passport 2 demo. Lego Brawls. Not balls. Brawls. And I Am an Air Traffic Controller 4. You can see there's a declining chart of quality and expectations here.
Hey, you!
Bulk Video Bulk Games.
Bulk Video, Bulk Games. Notifications for the alert notifications have been kind of inconsistent lately. I don't know if anyone's noticed.
This is a test.
Hey, yeah, see, it didn't even play the sound. But
This is a
but it
test.
did that time.
This is a test.
It's so weird. It just chooses when it wants to at random. Oh, whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and just get started here. Let me stop this fucking clown music. And get the first game open, which will be Destroy All Humans 2.
That was great help, thank you.
Water.
Water. Let's see if I can get this going here.
Water.
So far, there's nothing. Still nothing. Still more nothing. Oh! Are you seeing this or just me? I think I'm just seeing this. Hold on. Oh, you should be seeing it. Photosensitivity warning right out of the gate. Oh, nice. I'm gonna get banned now. Any button. I clicked the any button. New game. I'm gonna leave it on easy mode. I mostly just want to see if the mechanics feel good. Visual experience has been upgraded. Content historical record. The original vision of Furon's remains near identical. Furon linguistic and cultural experience remains unaltered. The story, words, and images contained within may be shocking to the modern human brain. Basically, what they're saying is some of the humor did not age well. But they felt it necessary to not remove some of the jokes in favor of just having it be as true to the original game as possible. Is this a remake? Yes. It's a remaster, but it's fully rebuilt. So
here's what we know so far.
it's loud, is what it
10
is.
years ago, the United States government covered up an invasion by an alien race known as Furons. The primary agent was this Furon, Cryptosporidium 137. Dangerous, unpredictable, and now deceased.
Or so we thought.
So, what has been problem?
The problem, Comrade, is that Furons can clone themselves and pose convincingly as human. And they've used these abilities to put Cryptosporidium 138 into the White House.
And the American people are not noticing?
Right. Pull the other one. Even worse, this new crypto clone contains pure Furon DNA, harvested from human brains by Orthopox 13, mastermind of the invasion. He also bears a mysterious new mutation, referred to only as the package. These aliens pose a dire threat to the Soviet Union, comrades. And so, must be destroyed. As we speak, President Crypto is in Bay City attending a youth cultural festival.
And Orthopox?
Conducting experiments in the Furon mothership. Savages. Degenerates. There's only one way to deal with such men. Revolution.
Oh my god!
Uh-oh. That can't be good.
You're gonna pay for
Greetings,
that.
comrade. Mother Russia sends her regards.
You expect me to beg, human?
No, little Furon. I expect you to die.
Mine's
Like my penis.
Oops, that's the wrong person. There we go. All right, it just works. Oh, all right. What do we got? That don't work. That don't work. That don't work. No. Oh. They really just throw you right into it. They don't tell you how to do anything.
The mothership has been destroyed! You must come to my aid immediately! Follow the distress beacon to my location!
All right, Zim. I'm just getting used to the controls here. No jetpack. Just the sprint boost. Only one weapon.
These
Gotcha.
HTTP agents are trying to fricassee my motherboard! Hurry up!
Hello? Okay. Hold charger for stronger throw. Release it. Y to cancel. Okay. Height, gotcha. Did that fall right back where it was before? It did.
What?
Oh, I stuttered. Nice.
Crypto! The mothership has somehow been destroyed! And I've been blown to smithereens! Luckily, I was able to download a copy of my exquisite mind into this holopox unit just
straight
before
up
the
just
ship
Zim.
exploded.
Gee, that is lucky. Virtual pox, huh? Kinda constricting, ain't it?
Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Which response should I give? How about this one?
I need to bring in some big guns. Know where I can get my hands on some.
I did manage to jettison some data cores before the mothership was hit. You might be able to recover some weapons from them, if you can find any. But
Yeah,
it
my legs are
certainly
dirty.
won't be easy.
Okay, so where are the data cores?
That's just it. They could have entered the atmosphere at any time, in any place, and therefore landed anywhere on the
Yeah,
planet.
Richard Horvitz is great.
I've managed to locate only one. It was ejected after my holopox unit, so it landed quite nearby.
Oh, I can give more than one response. Quiz him. Just quiz him for no reason.
What's a data core?
You never studied, did you? A
Oh.
data core is a device used for storing weapons or other Furon technology. The outer casing is extremely dense and should have easily survived the fall to Earth. The only real trick will be finding them.
Alright, now I'm gonna give you a lame excuse.
I didn't bring any with me. Figured heavy artillery ain't exactly the smoothest way to charm the genes off a pacifist hippie chick.
Oh, I knew it! I knew your unnatural interest in humans would bring us nothing but trouble!
Whoa, 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 you're harshing my buzz. Mellow out, Poxy.
Easy for you to say! You weren't blown to pieces just seconds before restoring your own genitalia!
Well, I guess there's nothing left to do but scout the area and find that data core.
Dick count joke? Dick count joke. Dick joke count. That count's gonna get big. If you know what I mean.
I am not amused.
Bye. He's gone.
Penis.
Penance.
Decadent capitalist wizard.
I don't know what I just threw at that to blow up a van. Alert! Alright, how am I supposed to get up here?
There's a data core on top of that roof. Oh, if only there was some way to get it. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe some kind of jetpack?
Yeah? You gonna tell me how to use it? If I've got one, or are you gonna give it to me? Oh, you were giving it to me, alright. Ah, good jetpack. Alright. This is just straight. They must just give you the whole first level of this game as the demo. Who's the motherfucker? Dead.
Is this some sinister?
I don't know what that is. I don't remember.
Move it or lose it, comrade.
Move it or lose it, comrade. Bitch. Wow. Whoa. Dislocator. Charge up for deadlier bounces. Bigger objects like... Jesus. Bigger objects like cars only bounce if fully charged. I don't remember the dislocator.
Come and see me when you've finished whatever it is you're doing. I may have a plan.
Get it. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have to hold the button. I can just tap it.
I am choosing life.
Bro, life dies anyway. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, and now it's just having me kill a bunch of people. Gotcha. Can do, Chief.
Completely corrupt or simply stupid. I meant to do that. People.
Hey, they hit that guy with a car. I didn't do that one.
I feel like
Oh!
all of a sudden I don't feel it. Yeah? Well, we are back. Think we cannot do this? Try not. I'm not wanting to die.
Got him.
Now get back here. We have much to
What is there
discuss.
to say, really? It's fucking...
I have your new orders.
It's Destroy All Humans 2 and it's good and I love it. Nice, nice, okay. If this is it, I'm gonna be sad.
I don't understand it. We blew that alien spacecraft out of the sky, and yet the shriveled geriatric one somehow survived. These Jopas must be harder to kill than we thought.
I spit on them. Pah!
Nonetheless, inform the Kremlin we shall proceed with the operation as planned. Tell them we need as much Revelade as they can ship, as quickly as they can ship it.
Da, Agent Orenchov.
And our American distributor?
He suspects nothing. In fact, he seemed quite enthusiastic about the whole idea. He thinks he'll be spreading revolution in a paper cup.
And so he will. But not, I think, the sort he expects. Idealists.
I spit on them. Pah!
Spits on a lot of things.
He understood. Ideas may start revolutions, but guns and gulags finish them. Well, no matter. Soon the citizens of Bay City will be embarking on a very bad trip.
There's people in the background just like frozen in time. Alrighty. Oh, there is more. Good.
Jeez, Pox, my head's still spinning. What the hell's going on around here? Why are those Ruskies gunning for us?
Frankly, I'm more concerned with how the KGB managed such a successful twin strike. They're not usually so organized. We need to find them, Crypto, before they spring any more surprises.
Okay. What? You make me keep talking to him? Oh, what the hell?
Jeez, Pox, what the hell?
Frank, we need to find...
Alright.
Okay, so what? I just start knocking on doors and doing the slice and dice?
You do not! The KGB are hardly likely to hang around if you just start indiscriminately blowing away humans.
Yeah, well, I was just brainstorming.
Well, stop! I've done a little research in the criminal files of the local constabulary. Apparently, there's one informant in Bay City who always knows what's going down on the streets. They call him the Freak.
Alright.
The Freak, huh? Yeah, I've heard about him. Cat's got connections all over town. He's kind of a burnout, though. From what I hear, he doesn't even need drugs anymore. He lives in his own personal mental lava lamp. But if any of those stinky monkeys knows what the KGB are up to, I bet he does.
Then I suggest you locate him and find out what he knows.
Okay.
All right, enough chit-chat. I'm off to find our little hippie friend, the Freak.
Wow, they do just... This demo just straight up is the first bit of this game. They didn't have a sound effect for that quite yet. Whoa, okay. Free love forces targets to dance. Start a party targeting enough humans with free love to force everyone to dance. Higher alert levels. It takes more dancers to start a party. Huh? Oh, I gotta mash it.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Current disguise is provoking attack? Okay, now we're good.
Could have sworn I...
Oh yeah, and I forgot these expire after a bit. Oh.
Police dispatch, go ahead.
Target eliminated. Call them off.
Yes, sir. All units stand down.
This guy has seen some shit. Read the mind of a marked creature to narrow down the position of my target.
I hate going to the park lately. The Freak is always there. He really creeps me out.
Yeah, I know how it is.
That freak at the park should be put away for good.
That freak!
I wonder where the freak went. Probably up on the hill doing his mountaintop hermit routine. Weirdo. Weirdo.
Here he is. There's the freak.
I am king of the lizards.
Okay, I want to talk to him. Only hippies can vibe with the freak. I honestly didn't notice that.
What's the buzz? Tell me. What's the...
Hey, you want to vibe?
Hey there, Moondoggy. I'm looking for a dude with his ear to the street. The kids call him the Freak.
You found him, but I'm all tapped out, man. The heat's coming down on me, you know.
Damn,
Try me
Shaggy.
next week.
Well, what I need is information. What do you know about the Ivans in the cheap suits who crashed our party?
You mean those KGB cats? Yeah, those dudes are straight, all right. They make Jack Lord look like Abby Hoffman. Only
I don't
they
know who
didn't crash,
either of those
man.
people
They
are.
were invited.
Who invited the KGB to harsh our buzz?
From what I hear, it was that cat who leads the commune. I don't know his real name, but he calls himself Coyote Bongwater, which is pretty righteous. Supposedly, he's like this master of tantric meditation and spiritual healing. All I know is Cat's got the chicks eaten out of his hookah.
Ask about Bongwater and the chicks.
So he's catnip to Las Gatas, eh, amigo?
For sure! All the chicks really dig him the most. Up to them, Coyote Bongwater'd be running that commune like a king, which he practically is anyway.
Okay, you piqued my interest. Where do I find Coyote Bongwater?
Well, from what I hear, he's kind of paranoid. He doesn't hang out at the park for long. I heard he's got a pad someplace, but I don't know where. What I do know is he's cutting into my livelihood. Dude's been handing out this new turn on a drink like in a can. He calls it Revelade. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah,
If you want
bitch.
it, that's your in. Find some Revelade and you'll probably find Coyote Bongwater.
Oh yeah?
What's in this Revelade stuff?
He claims it's like an all-natural elixir that enhances your cosmic awareness or something. Bongwater says it's the first shot in the global revolution against the man.
Great.
The man.
Great. Like the monkeys aren't revolting enough already. Thanks, freak. I gotta go find Coyote Bongwater. I can't believe I just said that.
Yay! No, but for real though, this I'm so happy about this. This is just good. It's just good. You want to run like this? You want to jump like this? Have a fucking 6-foot leap? 6-foot vertical leap? Wait, what am I doing? Use Cortex scan. That's the wrong button. Well, this guy's brain just exploded and no one seems to care. I forgot it's this button.
That's it. Tomorrow I turn in my gun and badge, and then it's off to the commune in Marin.
Well, good for you, buddy. Alright, nobody look at me.
Damn!
You.
Chagomar is so foxy. If only I could wear him on a t-shirt.
Gotta be an open bar around here somewhere.
Am I doing this right?
What's...
Huh?
Man, that was so real.
Ouch!
Gotta get over to Hashberry Street before they run out of Revelade.
Oh, there we go. Why don't they make games where you just blow stuff up as a little freak anymore? I don't know.
31 flavors. If only they made cabbage and...
You know, the more I listen to Morrison, the less this...
Look at them. They've all been experienced.
I cannot find decent boiled potato to save my life.
Huh? What is that guy suspicious of? Oh, he's shooting the KGB agents.
Sweet sweet backs at the Bijou tonight.
And,
Melvin,
like, some
you
rebels.
Sexy chocolate badass!
What? I was not paying attention at all.
A good cop. I want to be the bad cop next time.
Oh, I'm dumb.
And next week, we'll start one-on-one Shakti tutoring. I'll be giving each of you private, hands-on instruction in Krianish Pati, the highest state of tantric arousal.
Look at this
These
motherfucker.
sessions can run 10 hours. So eat a good breakfast. That's it for today. Remember, wherever you go, I'll be there. The shine in your Japan, the sparkle in your China.
Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva.
Ah! Goddamn flashbacks.
Guess again, sunshine. Nice little setup. Guns, cheap Russian booze, teenage bra-burning hippie chicks. Phew, man after my own heart, if I had one.
Then join us. We're about to free the people of this city. Soon they'll see the truth and embrace our beautiful new utopia. The Bay City Super Organic Communal Collective and Compost Farm. Are you with us, man?
Am I with you? Dude, you're bogarting the brain stems. I'm gonna have to kill you.
Yeah. Kill me?
Run along, comrade. My men can handle this.
Pacifists. What a crunk.
Got him.
Perimeter breached. Get bong water out of here. Hurry!
Get bong water out of here.
Get him out of here.
Get them out of here.
Prepare to
Uh-oh. Oh, that looks like fun. Here you go. You have to wait for that guy to hit the ground before it counts as killing him. Yep, there it is. Ah, 90%. Oh, I didn't kill anyone with their own grenade.
Don't screw with me, Jerry. Little green toddler, help! It's like getting to second base with...
Nah, I don't want to hear what you have to say.
How's it hanging, freak? Listen, I need a little more info.
Whoa, nice arm.
All right, but hurry it up, will ya? You're making me nervous.
Here's the thing. I found Bongwater, but he got away before I could ice him.
Whoa. I don't know, man. You didn't tell me you were gonna get violent.
You didn't ask. Smart hippie.
Okay. Maybe I've heard some things. He's gone underground and come up with a new plan to distribute his revelry.
Okay, so where's Bongwater hiding?
Nobody knows, man. He just sends his goons out to spread the revelade. Sneaky, huh?
Just like a snake hiding in the grass. But he can't hide forever. I got a couple of pretty good weed whackers of my own. Great, what's that wacko up to now?
Get this, somehow he got his hands on a whole bunch of blimps.
Blimps? What's he gonna do? Start a tire company?
It's not what's on the outside, man. It's what's on the inside. Gas. He's gonna gas the whole city with Revelade.
Wow, that's so wild it might just work.
I accept the mission.
Well, I'll tell you this. Bongwater's been drinking his own Revelade if he thinks his scheme's gonna work.
Whatever. Hey, you coming to Jane's
Whatever.
party?
What? No, I'm gonna blow up Bongwater's blimps full of Revelade. Didn't you hear me?
Easy, man. Mellow out.
What am I doing talking to this creep?
I don't know.
Ah! There's something vegan. You really got a hold.
I probably shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I done that.
Pox, we got a situation here. Bongwater must be drinking his own product. The freak says
made
he's
that joke
planning
already.
to fumigate Bay City with giant blimps full of Revelade gas.
Great galaxies! That's so moronic it just might work.
So
That's
let's
what
get
I
flying,
said.
Huh? I'm itching for some serious payback.
Not so fast, my ultra-violent minion. My scan of the engine core has revealed some critical damage.
Ah, crap.
The good news is ancient Furon landing beacons were left here eons ago during the war.
What's the title of the game?
If you can find and activate
It's,
one of those beacons, you'll be able to summon
Oh.
the saucer.
Yeah,
Neat
never
trick.
mind. I see what you're
And
doing there.
then I kick a little monkey ass.
Why are you gonna kick a little monkey's ass? What'd that guy do to deserve it?
Oh, this is some good shit.
There we go.
And then I'm gonna kick a little monkey's ass.
Can't sprint.
Man, I could release my inner hippie.
Look at you this.
Amuse thy languid Furon god.
It's Arcvoodle.
Zap my idol with bolts of electricity. Attend the holy syllables of the great Arcvoodle. My waning shroud of evil is rekindled. Landing zone activated.
Fun.
Good work getting the saucer here, Crypto.
Thank
no
you.
sweat. It needs to be aired out every 5,000 parsecs or so.
It appears the saucer took a hit. Or 12 on the way here.
No, don't say it.
I'm afraid we can't possibly take off until the engine is repaired.
Ah, man.
Luckily, I've detected more data cores from the mothership nearby. Containing repair parts you can use to get the saucer up and flying. Once you're in the air, you can blow up blimps to your heart's content.
Gotcha. I'll snatch up those repair parts.
I'll snatch up those repair things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's payback time.
What the hell is that thing? Moron, don't you recognize a piece of a rock
That's yours? Then put it back.
They didn't like me doing that.
Get the hell out of my way!
Ow!
Almost had him.
Is it the pigs?
Am I good? I'm all good. I forgot how tense this game's music was. I will simply kill all humans. Or destroy them, if you will. Nice. Nice swerve. Jesus, calm down.
Dope's finally getting to me.
There we go. This will be a lot more useful.
How about an autograph, Senator Gold? Hey!
Soldier TF2. Whoa! Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. This is mine now. This is mine now. That dude just ate shit. Oh my.
Houston, I got a problem.
Bye. We're all good now.
Is that you? I look like it. On your knees, cowboy. Medic! I think I'm gonna hurt. Land! That's an order!
There we go. Gotta go back to the saucer. I gotta go back to the saucer. What's that annoying clicking?
Why do I have to be the man?
I'm the man. Sorsa. I like Goomba Stomp.
I am woman. Hear me roar! Mellow out, man. You're not trying to.
Kinda.
You are so clingy, man. Get back, Loretta. Nice eyes. Wanna keep them? You pigs are all the same.
Blech. That was jarring.
Right on. Time to boogie.
And all that jazz. Yes.
Just in time. time, Crypto! Bombwater has launched his blimps at the city! You must stop them from polluting the air with Revelade!
How do I decloak? Press A. I'm pressing A.
Here we go, Crypto! The blimps
Oh.
have entered the city! Oh, it's on! I'll be monitoring the level of Revelade in the atmosphere, but you'd better destroy those blimps quickly.
There we go.
The Revelade level reaches 100% saturation. Our Bay City brain farm will be turned into a useless den of
All right, I think I got a hang of it.
degenerates sitting in front of their TV screens, twiddling their thumbs. Look alive, Crypto. Here comes another wave of those infernal blimps.
Oh my god, my aim. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Boom.
Another squadron of blimps is closing on your position. Oh, I can't watch. Thank God, Brutal, I have no eyes.
Oh no. Oh, vapor.
Luckily, we'll be releasing to the atmosphere, ensuring complete global saturation.
Yeah? Oh, there's still one over here. Nauseating.
The Revelade, we need to take out the supply. Go
What?
talk to the freak and find out where Bombwater's hiding.
What did I not do? Oh. Jesus. There's so much to this. I am honestly impressed. Oh wait, I'm like just out here.
Now I know.
You ever heard of collateral damage? Knock it off!
All clear. Spotted.
Run for your life, Coach.
Clear shot!
Uh-oh. Who would have guessed? Fuck. Can I reach one of these guys?
Whoop-de-doo!
Jerk off!
Jerk off!
Dude, I'm a stoner. I've got like...
Okay. Good to know. He's got like...
Gee!
Oh, whoops.
I'm high on life!
Here. I need a hippie. One hippie, please.
We'll make me come back.
Space dude!
Ouch! Ow!
I've got tax returns to file.
Don't let the pacifism thing fool you, man. That tantrum was amazing, but I never dreamed.
I need to hold her in case this disguise doesn't work. Alright, this works. Hi, Scorpy.
You alright, man?
Just tell me where Bongwater is so I can whack him and get back to making hot monkey love. When you're packing a new Ferrari, you don't want it gathering dust in the garage. You know what I'm saying?
Not really. And Bongwater, what can I say, man? Nobody's seen the dude. Well,
come on, man.
Prudence, I guess.
Who's Prudence? His insurance broker?
Ah, dear Prudence. No, she's Bongwater's new protege. Kind of a revolutionista in training. Anybody knows where Bongwater's at? It'd be Prudence.
He sounds like a real firecracker. Maybe I should introduce myself.
How much of this fucking game?
All right. I'm off to introduce myself to Prudence, see if I can convince her to give up Bongwater.
I'm gonna have sex. Oh, I gotta use a Cortex scan.
I hope Prudence isn't at the park again. If I weren't a pacifist, I hope Prudence isn't at the park again. If I weren't a pacifist, I'd kick her stuck-up rich girl ass!
Ass!
I hope Prudence isn't at the park again. If I weren't a pacifist, I'd kick her I hope Prudence isn't at the
Okay,
park
I get it. I got it. I'm
weren't
good.
Guess I better take it easy on those hippies at the park. Last thing I need is Prudence Kane's rich publisher daddy calling up the chief and chewing my ass out.
Our commune at the park just got a lot foxier now that Prudence is there.
Yeah?
Easy. I know Kung Fu.
Brothers and sisters, children of the revolution, this is the dawning of the age of
Groovy.
aquariums. My name is Prudence Kane. Like me, many of you joined the American Liberation Front as a way of getting back at your rich suburban parents for subjecting you to an adolescence of obscene luxury.
Look, Princess, we ain't here for the opening act. Where's Coyote Bongwater?
Sadly, our leader, Coyote Bongwater, cannot be with us today because he is setting in motion a grand design to transform this entire city into a countercultural utopia. Bay City is about to become one big, happy commune. Suck on that, Daddy.
All right, so what's Bongwater up to this time?
So how can Coyote Bongwater possibly free the minds of a whole city the same way he freed our minds with Revelade?
How did I know that was coming?
I like the way that dude's dressed right next to me.
Revelade sounds yummy to the tummy.
Look at the
So,
he's dressed. It's
where
so
do I
fancy.
get me some?
That's the best part. Our brothers and sisters are about to deliver the final batch of Revelade to our leader, Coyote Bongwater. He's gonna pour it into the bay. Soon the masses are gonna be begging us to lead them in revolution.
Okay.
Those Revelade trucks could be a serious pain in my ass, and I haven't blown anything up for at least 10 minutes.
It's like a
Oh.
figurative transforming robot. There's more to this than meets the eye. This Revelade isn't a coincidence. It's an attack! Take out those trucks immediately.
Oh, I guess this is who I am now. This is just who I am now. I got spotted. Oh my god. Whatever. Everyone else is too much of a stoner to catch me in the act. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Okay, I get it. There we go. Oh, I need to not be in a disguise.
Go back to Berkeley.
Woo! Okay. Yoink. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Ow. I didn't know that was what that was about. You are.
I'm surprised they remade this game.
Whoa. That's pretty cool. Blech.
Don't make me. You ever heard it?
Don't make me.
What is this, the Air Force?
Fuck. I need you. I need you real quick. Thank you.
Get the hell out of my way! Put me down.
Okay. Huh? Got him.
Now, by analyzing their route, I determined that their destination was the old fort on the hill. Bongwater must be over there somewhere.
Okay. Here we go. Maybe this will make it a little easier. Can I Skyrim this shit? Kinda.
The guru has gone into the fort.
Yeah.
Find another way in.
Okay, there we go. So am I reading minds? Yeah.
I could have sworn I heard Bongwater chanting in the
A good villain always has an
underground
underground
lair.
lair. On a totally unrelated subject, I wonder where Coyote Bongwater's living these days.
Oh. Alright, this is probably gonna kill my disguise. Yeah.
Little green pigments. Lay off the grass.
Here we go. So it's in here then, I guess? Yeah. I heard the disguise get popped off. Brother.
There he is, Crypto! Take out that psychedelic shit you have and send it if he's a Bay City more hours!
Right on. Now's my chance to nail that sleazy weasel. Once
I got him. I win. Where is he? Oh, what the fuck? Ah, it sucks. You don't remember this part? I don't either. I don't know if this is totally original or just it's been so long. Yeah, I figured this must not have been in the original. God damn it. Oh.
Part of the solution or part of the problem, and you're part of the problem.
Where is he? This is nauseating? Yes, it is. Not a fan of this. He got stuck.
Agent Doranchov, come in. I failed. You'll have to start the revolution without me. Yet? But...
This city is useless to us now. I mean, have you seen these people? They make the students in Prague look like a meeting of the Politburo. We shall destroy this degenerate city and return to the Soviet Union with the spacecraft fragments we have managed to retrieve.
But what about freeing America from the tyranny of capitalist consumerism?
Do not despair, comrade. The party will long remember your efforts to cripple your decadent nation. You shall not have died in vain. Orange.
But... no! No! I wanted to save America, not destroy it! Oh, man! What have I done?
Excuse me.
Get his ass.
Sometimes it's kinder just to put him down.
Huh?
Sneaky Soviets! Where would they have gotten the technology to develop a chemical that destroys...
What's that? This the incinerator? This disintegrator, that's the word. I don't know, requires ammo, keep transmogrifying to replenish. That's right, okay. Alright, okay, okay, alright, okay, alright. Does tapping make it go faster? I can't tell. I think it does.
How was this demo?
How was this demo? How long is this demo? I don't know. There we go. Bitches. I'm thinking it's the whole start of the game. I hope the save transfers over when this game comes out so I don't have to play the start of it twice. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Did I die? Mission complete. What? Okay. Woo. Oh yeah. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got no place to go. Got to follow my rainbow.
Don't screw with me, Jerry. I'm tripping.
Alright, well, as fun as this game is, oh shit, I have just every skin, I think. Classic Crypto. The King. Udent. Hail Rider. Golden. Well, yeah. I think that's got to be it cuz I have enough. I have other things to play. Really quit? Yeah. I have other demos, so I have to leave it here cuz that seriously this took over an hour. So, that's recommended demo. This is a recommended demo. Okay, well, that was cool. The next demo is, let's see. What I gotta do? Passepartout. If I can find it. Here it is. Okay. Let me see. Passepartout 2. This is a game about painting. You'll see. This was one of the first games I ever streamed. The original was one of the first games I streamed. So, you'll like this. You remember that stream? I'm surprised you do. That was quite a while ago. Alright, so let's... Passepartout 2. Is it just on screen? Is it going to cooperate? Alright, there we go. New career. Taking its sweet time to load. come the fuck on. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, this is a demo, I guess. Oh, this is the demo. The loading screen is the demo. There we go. Easel. Famous artist missing for days. Oh, I can just draw on this. Alright. So how about some white, yeah? Now this is an artist. Shib it up, shibbity beep up, shibbity beep, shib it up, shib it up, bib it up, shib it up, bibbity bip. Bib it up, shibbity bop, skibbity bop, skibbity bop. Scop it up and bibbity bop, do it. Alright. Get the fuck out of here. What am I gonna put on here? Oh, I know. Another one to the fire. Aww. Who's at the door? It's Bobby. I'm 3 months behind rent. Hey? Here, you can have this. That's not money. I'm sorry, buddy, but I have a new tenant lined up. You're evicted. I'll have to take whatever you got left to settle the debt. And give you a ride back to town. Meet me by my boat. Oh, fuck. Shit. No. There's something about a museum of the masters. The rest of the text is hidden behind stains and crinkles. Okay. I guess I'll go. Wish I could have let you stay. Boat. Ready to go? Okay. Nice. Passepartout, it is you. Benjamin? Sacre. So you are that island get of mystery. What happened? Evicted.
Oh, that is trouble. Absurdity. You deserve better if you ask me.
I'm gonna stop with the French accent because it hurts. I say as my grandfather used to say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonette. You're an artist. An artist, fantastic. Fantastique. You can finish my painting, no? Maybe you'll recognize the tools. I found them at a flea market. But the tools are not creating any magic by themselves, as you can see. Okay. It's too small or too big. You should try to change the size of the brush. Alright, so we're gonna start over here. Alright. Oh, I gotta start over. Hold on. Oh, the artist remember is still in there. It seems like the tools found their home. Please keep them as well as the easel. I can draw just like the old times. Speaking of old times, how about you try selling the painting? I've got a table up by my shop you can use. Meet me there. Oh, I want to do a new painting. All right. Let's see. How about start with a undercoat here. Okay, a little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. Put a little bit of some green on there. Shit. Hold on, I fucked up. Fucked it up again. Huh? Shouldn't this be black? What are you doing here? That's not black. That don't look like no goddamn black to me. I guess it's just really bright. Like this bloom, making it harder to see. There we go. Yeah, self-portrait, you got it. I gotta redo the lines here. There we go. Got whatever. There we go. No. How do I put my easel back? There we go. Oh, I can just walk around with WASD. Hello. Here's the table. Let's put up that piece of art for sale, no? Yeah, here. How exciting to see your art on display again. This table is portable if you want. You can buy it off me for 50 bucks. I guess you're not exactly rich right now, so see me again when you're ready. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby is a prick. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. Oh, I forgot to give him hair. Whoops. You... Okay. Benjamin just bought my own painting. Thanks, Ben, I guess. Alright, how about a real painting? Start with this sky. How about a little bit of some water? And how about a little bit of this, like it's a sandy beach. And how about some funny little clouds? Yeah. Maybe there's a ball on the beach. Like a beach ball. Right? Where it's got like the colors on this. Why is that purple? That should be blue. Uh-oh. So, something ain't right. Alright, well, now it just looks like there's an SCP buried in the fucking ground, so let me... Shit! There we go. I'm trying to remember how an Animal Crossing character's eyes look. Close enough. Oh, I'm gonna make so much fucking money. I'm Italian now. Hey Ben, you want this painting too? 90 bucks, just about. Okay. Interested in that table? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll buy it. Oh, bonbon croissant. All right. Cool, now I can go wherever I want. Kind of. Harry's distracted by something about Harry. By the docks. Okay, Harry's by the docks. That's George Lucas. Alright. George Lucas. Are you Harry? You're Harry. These are dangerous waters. Danger? Have you heard of dangerfish? Piranhas fear them. I just caught one right outside of the port. They don't belong here. One bite can kill you. We need a warning sign before the landlubbers get hurt swimming. I'll help. Alright, here's a sign you can use. Found it free diving the Baltic Sea last winter. Alright. Let's get started. Alright, you want me to use a warning sign? Oh, beautiful. Oh, and I can go back and edit old paintings. That's good. Okay. Oh, shit. You just gave me full creative freedom on this, huh? Awesome. Okay. Hold on. I'm like painting underneath by accident. Easy. Might as well get that underside while I'm here. All right, that's not bad. It's a little bit of a fuck up right here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Shit! I meant to write an N. I wrote an M instead. Fum! Alright, well, whatever I was gonna do, it's over. Fum. Alright. I'm back. Yeah. Let me see what you got. Hey, here you go. Great work. This'll scare them all, right? Fum. If this won't keep the gawks away while I clean the sea from dangerfish, I don't know what will. Here's $50. Catch you later. Awesome. Whoa, hey, wait. What's on? What's? Can I make a postcard? Take the map. Okay. Oh, that's just a map of the area. Being able to make signs for people is what's gonna make this so fucking fun. Anglo French treat. Tell me about you. Tell me about yourself. And people understand culinary. Yes, blah 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 blah. Successful. Soon, very soon, this place will be known and appreciated like the Museum of the Masters. It takes time to grind. Ding 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 ding. Let me in. Ring ding 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 bop bop. Bop 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 bop. Trash painting. Search. Found a novel draft. Search again. Alright, new painting. Oh, I can paint on that map, and whoever's novel draft this was. Okay. Oh, I'm not allowed up there. Okay. How about right in the middle of the fucking Oh, okay. You used to care more. I don't care what you think, though. Can you get the fuck out of the way? Studio. Ah, interested. I bought this from an artist some time ago. Made my own writer's den, but that's in the past now. I've kept it true to my. I've kept it true to its. I kept it true to itself. Okay. It's still suitable as a studio. Yours were only $14.99. Let me get this out of here. All right, new painting. Let's use this. Fuck it. I'll show you how I still care. Tell me I don't care. Oh ho ho ho. Aha hee ho. Bloop 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 bloop. Gang gang gang. No. Fucking this'll teach you a lesson, George. You fucking prick. Come one, come all, and see how much I care. $39. Go fuck yourself. George, come look. George, come look. George, come look. How do I equip a gun to kill this guy? Eat my ass, George. Oh shit, my other thing is still attached to the table. It will not. It's like struggling to fucking do anything. I guess it's because somebody's coming to look at it. 41. You know what? Fuck it. Money is money. Alright. Get rid of that. Alright, let's see what this, maybe this is more George's speed. Hold on. Oh, shit. Hold on, it's too big. I made that S way too big. Fuck. I'll just do this. Here, I'll just put all the things that George likes. There we go. Yep, here we go. Here, George. What do you think of this? Benjamin, no! Go away! I don't want your money anymore. No. It's someone else's turn. Come on, George. Too eccentric? It's 3 colors. Alright, I know what's more this guy's speed. I know what's more this guy's speed. Hold on. This is what this guy cares about. Hold on. Get like blue. All right. Surely he'll like this one. I know it's only $9, but I made you buy it, dumbass. This looks like a cash grab. You want $38 for cash grab? Okay. Benjamin's really bankrolling me, huh? Alright, time to mosey on out of here, I suppose. La la doo doo. La la doo doo. Move. I'm the queen of the stairs. Only friends can pass. Grandpa made me the queen. He said not to let anything pass. He mumbled something about a demo. I didn't really understand. Oh, it's the... Okay. It's the demo restriction. I understand her. Your art, take the final place among the masters. Submit your art now. Hello, Gerard. Hello there, painter. When artists travel far and wide to Phoenix to capture its beauty, sometime changed. A shame, truly. I hope my grandchildren will see it reborn one day. Oh, well, yes, Museum of the Masters, etc., etc. Bye. I was just struck with inspiration. Now this is the real cash grab. Who's got the most money in town? Step right up. Greetings, sir. Would you like an amogus? Come on. You know you want it. You want this? Oh, fuck you. Unnatural, my ass. Oh, I can just walk right in here? Oh, he sells more tools! Welcome back. Okay. What you got? You got a pencil, watercolor, bristle brush. How much for a pencil? $100? Nah. They each no, $249. Jesus, I don't even have that much. Watercolor? $199. Okay, pencil's the cheapest. I'll go ahead and buy that. The pencil set, I got an upgrade. All right, let me set up the stand for the Amogus painting again. They're fighting for it. Hey, dick, get out of here. Come on, man. You know you want it. Come on. You want to give me so much money. 36. Okay. All right. How about I do one? Yeah, blank canvas. How about another? Oh no, I know. I know what to do. Oh. Just ignore that there. Fuck. Fuck. Whoa, what the fuck? Alright, hold on. Oh shit. Oh! Whatever. Close enough. A very delicate paint job. Picasso could never. Did he ever wear anything underneath? No. There we go. Come one, come all. There is new art available for a limited time only. You too could own Squidward tentpoles. Whoa! Okay, it's yours. Benjamin's fucking loaded. And now I'm offloading my discount art. Featuring Bobby is a prick. Because he evicted me. And it's all yours! And now, a cry for help. No one? No one at all. You coming over to critique it? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Everybody's a critic. Benjamin, maybe? Would you like to come get some art, maybe? Alright, cry for help. I guess ain't no winner. There is no episode 7. Oh, get the fuck out of here, dude. Ben? Brian? Alright, Star Wars ain't cutting it, I guess. That's all I got. Hey, stop pushing me. Alright, last painting, and then I gotta move on to the next demo. Alright, let nature inspire me. I can do that. Don't anyone ever tell you that I can't do that. Whoops. This came out looking more like a volcano than what I originally intended. Boom, there you go. Come on, George. I know you want this one. Oh, Ben's not gonna give you a chance. Ben, let him have a chance. I think that's less money, but okay. Psst, a word? You? Changed my mind? Commission? It's Amelia's birthday. I've been busy with a new deal, so I haven't had time to get her a gift. Are you available to draw a birthday card for me? I'll pay, of course. Excellent. I'm fairly sure she loves pink and other cute things. Oh yes, you need a card to draw on here. Here, take my card. That should work. All right. Okay, I guess I'm setting up on the fucking stairs. Down here. That's something that needs a little bit of work. Is like. Oh, you guys don't get to see him painting, I guess. Oh, there we go. Card? Okay, you want a card. What am I supposed to do with this? Alright, well first I'm gonna white this out. Nah. How about more like this? Shit, hold on. I'll just white it out. It's hard to write with a mouse. Luck 9S. Whatever, man. Fuck off. All right, so he wants me to make a card out of this. All right, let's. All right, I know what he's gonna give them. Wait, hold on. I gotta start over. Wait, why did I do that? I could have just painted over it. Whatever. I'm gonna make him give an IOU. Shit. Oh, that looks stupid. I was gonna put or whatever. Hey George, I got that commission for you. How's that card coming together? Oh yeah, here you go. I owe you $5. Where's the pink? Oh, that's right. You needed pink on it. I forgot all about that. All right, well let me workshop that a little bit here for you. There you go. Alright, here's your gift. What do you mean, where's the pink? Alright, okay, I get you. You don't like the IOU idea. I understand, okay. All right, here we go. Here's your gift. There you go. She'll love this for sure. Here's $75. What? Why am I getting yelled at? As a child? I thought it was his wife. My bad. I did not pay attention at all. Oh, that was hold on. That's it. That's this demo. I gotta move on. I already wishlisted you. All right, that was Passport 2 too. All I heard was birthday card. You're damn right. I didn't hear that it needed pink. I didn't hear that it was for a child. You know, I just did not pay attention. Next is what was the next thing? Oh god. Oh fuck, that's right. Lego Brawls. Next thing is Lego Brawls, which is a Lego Smash clone. We'll get this booted up here. Lego Balls. Aha! 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 Brawls. All right. Select a brawler. Might be a controller type game. Let me get my controller. Get the mouse off the screen. Super Wrestler, Intergalactic Girl, or Heroic Knight. Oh, what? Super Wrestler. Do they not let you do any of the customization in their demo? There's some input delay. Use my weapon to attack. Oh. Okay. Use my power up. Oh shit. This feels floaty as fuck. Oh, that's my teammate. This feels like shit. This feels awful. Nice. Yeah, woo. Okay, I get it. All right. Whoa. Oh my god, I thought that was like, you are now finished with the demo, thanks for playing. Oh man. That would have been really, really, really funny if that's all it was. Customize my character. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Do I have a skeleton? Do I get a skull head? Oh, it's locked. Wait, no, go back. Huh? This game kind of sucks. I kind of already want to stop. Jurassic World. Okay. I guess I'm doing something. I guess. Yeah, no Bionicle. No. It wouldn't be fair to have Bionicles fighting if you think about it. Cool woman. Excellent kid. Ninjago Legacy. Yeah, it's no Bionicle because it's all minifig, exactly. Garmadon? Oh, it's like some Ninjago shit. Alright, I thought I was under the impression this was like a Smash Brothers thing, but it's got a weird control point aspect to it. Ow, what the fuck? This sucks ass, guys. This game sucks ass. This feels really, really bad. This is entirely unpleasant. Well, that was Lego Brawls. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. When I say that was just entirely unpleasant. That felt like shit. It sounded like shit. It looked really cheap. That was bad.
If it's shit at the bricks.
If it's shit at the bricks, that's right. Which means we're on our last game. which is called I Am an Air Traffic Controller 4. I am an air traffic control. Oh my god, it is on here. Yeah? What's the matter? You throwing a fit about? Anyway. I am an air traffic controller 4. By Techno Brain. It is in a tiny window. Why is it in such a tiny window? Look at this shit. Bella from Next Startup. Okay. How about I do this? How about transform stretch to screen? No? Okay, it just thinks that this is how it looks. Alright. I'm not restarting the game. There we go. Alright. Anyway. This is a Japanese game. In case you were wondering. Let's just jump right into it. Fuck the tutorial. Okay. I don't have my hopes up for this being either good or lasting long. So this is taking forever. Can I fly the plane to the moon? What do you think this is? Whoa, okay, here we go. Ready? Go! Why is this... It's got like swipe controls. Oh no, this is not meant to be on PC. No, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I can tell this is not. This is no good. This is no bueno. Just close it. Just shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. That was not going anywhere. It's taking over my computer. It was a virus. Yes, quit the game. Okay, that one... that did not work out. Shutting down. Attempting shutdown. It's not shutting down. Alright, well, I'm gonna do a quick BRB, and then I guess we're wrapping up, because that was something. I'll be right back. I did have just a couple pieces of fan art real quick that I wanted to show here. We got this from McHigh, which is my Lego racer that I made, but in real, which is I think is just fantastic. And we got Soda Pop Sergeant with Torrigon, which is also just fantastic. And then yeah, there was some. Yeah, okay. Have I not? Okay, have I shown this? I don't remember. I think I showed this. Egg, yeah, I showed this. And more from Egg. And Lixa. Alright. Well, that was that. I wanted to get that out there. So let's go ahead and do the credits here real quick. I don't think there's a lot on here, so this will probably be pretty quick. Yeah. Thanks Honest Tom Discount B for the 16 months, Barra Raven for the 1 month, and Disaster Gay of Crisis for 8 months. And Sand for the donation. You've been very consistent with those donations. I appreciate that. All right. That'll do it for now, for today. What's today? Wednesday? Friday is a toss-up on what I'm doing. I have a couple things I could do. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see what I want to do. But I've got a couple ideas for what we could do. We could do either Fuser with custom songs, and you fucking heard me right. But that would probably be later in the day, and there would be no VOD. Or we could do, what was the other thing? Oh, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I've been wanting to actually get that. I've never played Revengeance. I've been wanting to kind of stream that for a while now. So maybe that could be on the docket. Yeah, you know, there's things we can do. But anyway, that's what I got for you today. Thank you for coming out. That's what I said. Let's raid Ball. All right. Like I said, I'll see you guys on Friday. Everybody have a good one. Bye-bye.